This episode of the School of Life podcast is brought to you by Miss Jaye's Resumes, ran and operated under the Savvy Solution, LLC. Miss Jaye's Resumes provides quality resume and cover letter writing, review, and tips for the perfect resume start to finish. Miss Jaye's Resumes has proven results. From college students to professionals changing careers, there's room for everyone. To schedule your free consultation or learn more about the Miss Jaye's Resumes Resume Bundle, which includes 6 detailed templates and 2 guides to crafting the perfect resume, visit www.thesavvysolutionllc.com. That's www.thesavvysolutionllc.com.
Wow, Sinatra.
Another day, another dollar. I'm saving just to be broke. They said college was serious, but my degree feel like a joke. 4 years or less, I'm saying I got it done. No playing, just to end up at my mom's after I told her I wasn't staying. Well, here we are. No question, I'm a star. Just got some light years to travel, but it's just so far. But I'ma make it though. Make sure you get your focus right. You coming too? It's about to be one hell of a ride. Yeah, this adults and stuff is crazy. They ain't warned us about this. I'm supposed to live my best life on an unpaid internship. I'm supposed to find my husband. Everybody running game. I guess the more things change, the more they stay the same. Went from worrying about on flow to running from Uncle Sam. Now I understand why student accounts never gave a damn. Saving accounts be slipping, trying to work out, but I'm tripping. I forgot health insurance. Oh, I'm my mom's until I'm 26, so I gotta pay these student loans. That's adults with the score doing the most. That's adulting. Moving out of mom's house. That's adulting, but it's all gonna work out. That's adulting. I need a legal side hustle. That's adulting, cause these bills got me in trouble. That's adulting. Journey's course is never planned. That's adulting. So just leave it in God's hands, cause that's adulting.
Hey guys, welcome back to another fabulous episode of the School of Life podcast. I am super excited today because I have another amazing guest in the studio with me, Miss Ronnesha Sade, who you all will get to learn so much about in this episode. So she is an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, a woman of faith. We are slaying devils. Like, we're just trying to get our life together and live in our purpose. So help me welcome Miss Ronnesha Sade as we talk about her new Purpose Planner Journal and all things womanhood and growth. So welcome, Ronnesha.
Hello, listeners.
So we're just going to hop right into it. Of course, I know you from way back when I was like in middle school. We danced together, all of that. But we have both grown so much since then. Tell the listeners a little bit about your background and what you're doing now.
Okay. Your listeners, some of them may know me as Ronnesha Hughes, but I recently got married, and so my new last name is Smith. That's a struggle right now. But I am Ronnesha Sade, and that's who I am now. That's who I'm evolving to be. I think that's where God is leading me. Ronnesha Hughes, was who I was before I got married. And Ronnesha Smith, I think, is who I'm trying to find while I'm married.
I love that.
But who I am is Ronnesha Sade.
Right.
That's who I am.
Love it.
So, but I started the Purpose Planner Journal because I was in a spot where I knew God wanted more for me. I knew that He was calling me to do more. And I was in a season where I needed to find purpose, and I just knew deep down in my soul, when me and God had these talks, that there are other women that needed to find their purpose as well. So I was like, you know what? We have to go through this thing together. I want us to win. And so that's my whole thing. Everybody is going to win. All my girls, all my sisters, all my queens, like, we're gonna win together. And so I wanted to develop something that each person could use whatever stage you were in life. There are some prompts in the journal part of the Purpose Planner Journal. Talks about forgiveness, and that's May. Actually, that's the May prompt.
That's
and
a
so,
big one.
Yes, and so that's what I'm going through now. I'm trying to forgive myself, for things, and also trying to forgive others that have been a part of my life. And so I know there are other women that struggle with forgiveness as well. So I'm like, girl, we going through this together. Let's feed off of each other. Yeah. So that's how the Purpose Planner developed. And it's still new. It's still my baby. I was scared at first. But God was like, girl,
just
look,
do it.
I already gave you this. You're going to have to. And it's still in the developing stages. We're working on new content now, or I'm working on new content now for next year. And I was just so scared. I'm like, you know what? God, you telling me to do this? I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. But I got it out there, and there are so many people who said, I need this. It has really helped me.
Right. Well, awesome. First of all, congrats on that. I know how it can be like having an idea. Actually, it's not even your idea. It's the God thing. And you're like, Jesus, wait a minute. Like, back up. What do you want me to do? Talk to us a little bit about the journey to entrepreneurship. Like, what did that look like? Because I know you're still working full-time. You're working part-time. You have some half-time jobs going on.
So, entrepreneurship is hard.
Yes.
It
is not for the faint of heart.
No.
Child.
Listen. So even though it's hard, but you enjoy it.
Yeah,
you really do enjoy it. It's yours.
Yeah.
This is something that, well, not necessarily you birth, but God put this on your heart to birth. And so, and that's what I tell people. It's not all me. The Purpose Planner Journal is all God, But I do still work full time. I do work a couple of part-time jobs. And I also have a business that I'm trying to invest in, and I'm trying to pour in. And, a couple days ago, I was telling myself, Ronnesha, you have to pull back a little. You have to let some things go.
Yeah.
And so I have a friend, and they ask me all the time, like, how bad do you want it? And I'm like, I really, really want this.
Yeah.
I want the Purpose Planner to be what God has ordained it to be. So I have to also work. I have to pour into this.
Yes.
And so a couple of days ago, I told myself, I have to pull back a little.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to study for a test that I'm trying to take to be a fully licensed counselor. So
wow.
I'm like, okay, Ronnesha, you got to have what's important.
Right.
Your top three, what's the most important, So, and still trying to have time for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm recently married, so still trying to like figure out like what why what I need to do.
Right. Am I cooking dinner or am I buying it? What? Your drawers need to be washed. I don't understand.
Right. And still trying to figure out who I am. Because even though I found my purpose, I'm still on that journey to making sure that I fulfill it and making sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do.
Right.
So I'm still on the journey of purpose as well.
Gotcha.
My journey has not ended.
Right. If anything, it's just the beginning.
Exactly.
I love
it has just started.
Love that. You said two things that I really like. One was how hard entrepreneurship is. Let's dive into that a little bit, because I feel, this is my personal opinion, that people on social media essentially make entrepreneurship so glorified, like anybody can do it, just hop into it. Let's talk about the sacrifices that come with entrepreneurship. Just like I know you're having to think about giving up a few of your part-time jobs. What does that sacrifice look like as a woman who is a new wife, who's on the journey to finding herself, who loves her millions of jobs, but no, like, I have to give some things up? What is that looking like to you right now?
So, in my mind, all of these jobs, I'm like, hey, you know what? I can go and make this money real quick and make sure I put this in my savings account and save. And do I want to chase the money or do I want to chase the dream? And so that's where I am right now. And let me go back. Yes, people do glorify this on social media, and don't get me wrong, it's cute.
It's cute. Okay. It's real cute. My picture was cute.
Right. The posts and stuff, they real inspirational and real cute, but it's hard, coming up with things and making sure you want people, and I'm a very transparent person. Let me just say that. And I try to make sure that my followers and my friends and everybody know that I'm an open book, and I don't mind being an open book to a certain extent.
Right.
A little goes a long way.
Right.
But it is hard. But it took me a while to get to a point where I realized I have to sacrifice some things.
Gotcha.
And you even have to sacrifice some friendships.
Yes.
You have to sacrifice some relationships. You even have to sacrifice, some family members. Like, hey, we can't. I'm on a different path right now. I'm working on something. Give me a little time.
Right. Love that.
Yes.
Were you about to say something else?
No.
I was just making sure. So the second thing you said that stood out was you're constantly working to fulfill your purpose. So I know a lot of people, especially in my personal life, feel that you get the purpose and then boom, you work in it and it's just all greens and gravy for the rest of your life. And I'm constantly telling them, No. It is not that way. And I just read, I don't know if you're reading Relationship Goals by Pastor Mike.
I want to.
Oh my God. I was just listening to him today.
I love him.
He's so great. But in his book, he said that purpose can be for a season. And I had never heard anyone say it like that. And I'm like, wow, that is very, very interesting, because when you're someone who's talented like you and I, you have multiple gifts and you're like, okay, God, how can I use all of them? So basically he was saying you can have one purpose in this season and then next season your purpose is something else. You fulfill it, check it off, you've done what God needs you to do, and you push forward. Talk to us a little bit about how you've accepted that purpose is a journey as opposed to a destination, because so many people are in a rush to just like get to the destination. They're like, I just want to know my purpose, I can get it done. When essentially it is a journey.
The thing that I tell people, you're the only one in a rush. God is not in a rush.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by that is, we a lot of times we try to pattern our lives off of people that, like social media. Social media is a very, very big influence in our lives. And we try to pattern ourselves after, well, they got this and they're working on this and they're doing this. And I'm like, well, it's not your time.
Right.
And when God is ready for that to happen in your life, or it may not happen in your life, He may have something different for you.
Exactly.
It's going to happen. And so when I say that purpose is a journey, you're going to always be fulfilling purpose. You're not going to reach that point. Like my purpose planner, helping women to find their purpose, is not the end of what Ronnesha Sade has. She has more things to be done in this season. Yes. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Gotcha.
You're supposed to be helping women find purpose. But in the next season, girl, we got something different for you.
Right.
And so we have to get to a point where we realize that. And so that comes with trusting the process.
Gotcha.
That comes with trusting the bad, the good, the ugly.
All
it comes
of it.
Right. It comes with trusting relationships. It comes with trusting the path that God has for us. And how we trust that is we build a relationship with Him, which I'm still building.
Yes, same. Because I may cuss you out next week. I'm in progress.
Exactly.
What's the word? I'm in progress.
Exactly. Today you may be like, Ronnesha, that's you. Yeah, but tomorrow I'll be like, girl, let me pray for you.
Right.
We're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing, and He's working on us. And you also have to have people in your life who see that and see like, hey, I know He's working on you.
Right.
I'm going to cover you anyway.
Right.
I'm going to cover you anyway. So, yes.
I love that. I always joke and say, I'm from the south side of the kingdom. Like, if there was, listen, you may catch me rolling through with an attitude in the kingdom when we get there.
Exactly. You may see a couple hair rolls.
Okay, hand on the hip, all of that, because it's me.
Exactly.
And so one thing I love about that, I tell, just like you, I'm an open book, super transparent. I tell people it is okay to be that way. Actually, God wants you that way more because He can work with the real you. Like God knows. If somebody cuts me off in traffic, I may say something, but I also may have my gospel on and just turn it up. And I tell people all the time, what you see, this is me.
This is you got to accept me for me. You got to take me as I am. And that's what I do. And I'm so happy we said that. Like, you have to love people where they are.
Exactly.
And that's how, like, being on this journey with so many women and so many people that have purchased the Purpose Planner Journal, like, telling them like, hey, we're all in this together. Each month, each day, we're all in this together. And so I'm gonna love you where you are,
right?
And we gonna
we got this.
Yes.
Another thing I love is I try to tell people to love you where you are. Like, love yourself, accept this is you.
Exactly.
And you will never be perfect, but perfect who you are.
Exactly.
Like, yes, I'm sassy. Yes, I will roll my neck at you.
Yes.
Yes, I may roll my eyes, but will I pray heaven down?
Yes.
Okay, from the top to the bottom, I will pray heaven down for you, your grandma, your granddaddy.
Yes.
You know, will I give you the clothes off my back?
Of
yes.
course.
Will I cuss you out?
Yes.
Possibly.
Yes. I might do that.
But no, this is me. I love telling people, you have to love you for you, because this is who God made us to be. And it's not to say, yes, it's all cool to just walk around cuss people out. It's just accepting that sometimes I will mess up.
Exactly.
I say a cuss word here and there because sometimes people tick my nerves. So I'm
not perfect.
Exactly.
But I'm striving to be better than I was yesterday. You know, I'm trying my best.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. So talk to us a little bit about how your planner journal helped women essentially get to this point where we're comfortable saying, look, I'm from the south side of the kingdom.
Exactly.
But I still love Jesus.
Right. So each month there is... So the Purpose Planner Journal, there's a planner in the beginning of the month. So like we're in May. So you'll have your weeks, your months, just like your regular planner. Oh, let me not say regular, because my friend, she tells me, Ronnesha, it's not regular.
Right.
You don't say regular.
Right.
But it has a planner at the beginning. And then after the planner part, you have your journal part. And each month has a different prompt. And so like I said, this month is about forgiveness. And I believe that there's healing in forgiveness. I believe that we cannot fully walk in purpose until we forgive ourselves.
Right.
And honestly, we forgive others. And we know that forgiveness is not for the other person.
Right.
Again, forgiveness is for us. And so that has to be done before I feel like purpose even starts.
Gotcha.
You know, and then there's another prompt. I want to say it's maybe June or July. No comfort zones. And so
we'll talk about it.
So, no comfort zones. And so you can't produce anything in your comfort zone at all.
Nothing.
You know, and so I always say the Purpose Planner Journal was my baby. And I had to, my 9 months was up. It was time for my baby to be birthed.
Yes.
You know, even though it took a little longer than 9 months. But you know what I mean.
Right.
You know, babies take 9 months to for you to birth. And so I was like, you know what? I will never get things done in my comfort zone. And sometimes I'm just like anybody else. When I'm in my comfort zone, I'm okay. Yeah. When you pull me out of my comfort zone, I'm like, okay, I gotta adapt. Yeah. You know, I have to, especially like, let's just take COVID-19 for an example. You know, I had to adapt, but I'm like, okay, Ronnesha, gotta get your life together. You got to do this. And so I believe there's purpose outside of your comfort zone.
I love that. I love the idea of the prompts. And this is not a knock to anybody else's journal, because there are so many out there. Right. But I like the idea that each month gives you a focal point, especially for women who may not know where to start. You know, some women know, like, okay, I need to work on forgiveness, or I need to work on getting out of my comfort zone. So I love that. Where can people find the Purpose Planner? Where can I get it?
So I do not have a website just yet.
Not yet. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I promise you. But on Instagram, I am Ronnesha Sade. I'm sorry, Ronnesha_Sade.
I'll be sure to put it in the show notes for them.
Okay, perfect. That is my personal blog page. I am, like I said, I'm an open book. I am a life blogger. And my planner page is Purpose Planner on IG. Okay. And on Facebook, it is the Purpose Planner Journal on Facebook. So you can message me or anything like that.
Awesome. So again, guys, I'll tag it on the show notes. Y'all can just click the link and go check out all of the amazing things. Before we get out of here, I really want to dive into the comfort zone topic. I know that, like, off air, we've talked about all the things we're doing, and like we're trusting God, and we want to slap somebody because it's just a lot going on. How have you managed to work outside of your comfort zone, especially during this season where you have COVID-19? You're working, and that's a challenge. You mentioned you're a new wife. Like, what does that look like, and how are you adapting?
Girl, it's hard. You know, some days I'm like, you know what, I can't do this. I'm going to have to take a break. But when you're working outside of your comfort zone, there's going to be a lot of anxiety. There's going to be a lot of hard days. It's going to be a lot of tears. It's going to be just a lot of you just being completely uncomfortable. And so when you get to that point, I always believe in self-care days. I always believe in self-care moments. You know, sometimes you have to stop and you have to just take a break and just realize that, okay, this is going to take time. It's not all going to happen overnight. It's not all going to happen in one setting. Right. You know, it's going to pan out. It's going to work out. But don't be in a rush. Right. Do not be in a rush.
Always in a rush.
Yes. And that's how I am. You know, I'm always wanting things to happen on my time. And so that was a flaw of mine.
Yeah. Same.
You know what? And I'm going to say area of opportunity.
Thank you. Area of opportunity.
Yes, to get better, because I always want things to happen on my time. And I always want things to go the way that I want them to go. And so, yes, I talk about God a lot, but I'm also human. Right. And so, when God don't do things the way I want him to do,
child,
I'm like,
listen,
hey, this
where you at? I called you 8 weeks ago.
Right.
You're late.
Exactly. And so, and I'm just being honest. Like, you know, I have to realize that it's not all about me. And so take as many self-care days, as many self-care moments. Right. When you're working outside of your comfort zone, take that time to yourself. You know, disconnect. I'm telling you, please disconnect from things that distract you. And so you can focus and you can plan and you can work on your purpose.
Yeah. I love that. I wanted to hone in on that because I feel like everyone is just in a season of being uncomfortable. I know I am. Literally right now.
Too.
This season.
At this very moment.
I'm like, Jesus, what are you doing?
Right.
You know, and I know so many people who I've interacted with just personally on social media where it's like, I'm not liking how I'm feeling. So thank you for like zoning in on it's going to pan out. It's going to be okay. And I know people say that all the time and it's so cliche. But it is. It really is going to work out as long as you keep some faith.
Right.
And I always say as well, just like you, I am human, so you will cry.
Exactly.
I had a whole breakdown. Literally, I did an Instagram live, and 2 hours before that, I had a whole breakdown.
And it's going to happen.
And I was like, the live was already planned like weeks before.
Right.
Why am I having a breakdown 2 hours before? This couldn't come yesterday or tomorrow. I'm like, Jesus. So uncomfortable,
and the real you, and people want to see that. And I'm so happy that you said that. You know, people think that you don't have issues. People think that you don't have problems. Yes, girl.
All the time. Every day.
Exactly. So it's okay for you to share those moments, and it's okay for you to say, you know what? I'm not okay today. It's okay to not be okay.
Yes,
you know,
it is.
I'm a mental health therapist, guy, so that's why I said
that.
But
I almost forgot that.
It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Like if you're not, and I had that moment one day. You know, one of my friends, she texted me and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Girl, yeah, I'm fine. How you doing?" "Oh, okay. I'm just checking on you." Then, like hours later, I texted her. I was like, "You know what? No, I'm not okay."
Yeah.
You know, and at that moment, I had to realize it's okay to not be okay. Like another prompt is the promises of God are real. And so we have to believe that what he promised you, it's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
It's just not a time frame on when it's going to happen. You know?
At all. It's never on our time.
Right.
What advice would you give to fellow women who are looking to get into entrepreneurship? I know you said you're still on your journey, still figuring it out, as we all are. But because you have started, what kinds of things would you share with them about starting if they feel that, their purpose is in entrepreneurship?
Write down.
Yes, write it down.
Write it down. And I know a lot of times we have our phones and we use our note section or we use our computers. Yeah. But I'm old school.
Baby,
I have a notebook.
I have a notebook for everything.
Listen.
We are so literally, and I can tell you what every notebook is. I don't touch that. That is my goals notebook. That is a podcast notebook. Yeah.
Yes. And so for me, like I have to have a notebook. I have to have a pen. I write down, like, let's just say, if I'm somewhere and I can't get to my notebook and my pen, I'll jot it down in my notes quickly. But when I get to my notebook and my pen, I have to write it down. So I suggest write down everything that you want to do, everything that you're believing God for, everything that you have inside of you, everything that you want, anything that you want to come out of you. Just write it all down. Please write it all down. And when you do write it all down, just know that it's not going to happen overnight.
Child, or 2 nights.
Or 3 nights, or 2 years, or things are going to take time.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, do not give up.
Yeah.
Giving up is not an option.
At all.
And that's what I tell people, you got this. Giving up is not an option. So take time. And I always encourage people to, my thing that I say is push your purpose, chase your destiny.
Love it.
And what I mean by that is continue to push. Regardless of what it is, continue to push it and continue to chase that destiny that you so long for.
Right.
Just don't give up.
Right.
Giving up is not an option.
Right.
And also to have somebody in your corner who you can go to for advice.
Yes.
You can go to just to cry. You can go to piggyback ideas off of. I'm not saying that they have to choose what you do.
Right.
But everybody needs somebody to talk to.
Right.
Everybody needs somebody to confide in. Everybody needs somebody to say, hey, you know what? Well, what about if we do this? What about if you change it a little bit to say this?
Right.
Where do you want this to go? And
right.
so that's kind of where I am right now. Because when I first did this, nobody knew about what I was doing with the purpose planner.
You were just doing it by yourself.
Me and my designer.
Wow.
And so what I did was she made me write everything down on a notebook.
Yeah.
I was already doing it anyway. But I had to write a notebook. When I finished with my notebook, I had to transfer everything to a Microsoft Word document.
Gotcha, wow.
And so I typed up everything. I was highlighting everything, arrowing everything, just everything. And so you need somebody to hold you accountable.
Gotcha.
And she held me accountable with like dates. Hey, you need to get this done by this date. You need to have this over to me by this date. You know, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to always need somebody to do that. And so I suggest to other people, always have somebody to help hold you accountable because you'll get so tired.
Yeah.
And you'll just be like, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm not right.
I ain't doing no more.
I'm not about to continue to do this.
Yeah.
And so it's been plenty of nights I have wanted to give up and say, you know what? This first year, it was good. It was cute. I'm glad y'all like this.
It was real cute.
It was real cute. But that's it for me, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not how this goes. This is not a... it's a journey. It's gonna take time. No.
I love that. All in all, it's a journey.
It is.
It is a journey. So what can we expect next from you, from the Purpose Planner Journal? What can people start getting excited about?
Okay. New content.
Yes.
New content is coming. Branding, different branding is coming. Everything is coming. I am actually working on that now. And so I'm going to take the summer off.
Okay.
The summer off to plan new content. So starting in November, you will be able to purchase a new Purpose Planner Journal.
Nice. Online.
I
will have to have you back so we can talk about the new update. Yes.
We can. Anytime. And this was so exciting for me today. So thank you, Jaye,
no problem.
for this.
You are always welcome to the School of Life. Anybody who is talking about Jesus and slapping you, you're welcome.
And like my first letter I wrote to, and I have to get like a new name for my girls because I don't like to call them consumers or clients or, like...
I call everybody my friends.
Yes.
And I think I maybe still want a new name, but like my School of Life listeners, they know I'm like, hey, friends.
Yes.
Even my clients, when I email them, I'm like, hey, friends, because I feel like we're close.
Exactly.
Like you're more than just a client to me. You're not just $1.
Yes, exactly. And that's how I feel because I address my girls as, hey, sis.
Yeah.
Like, all the time.
Yeah.
And so, like, one of my letters of how I kind of got started with this journey, it was like, I do praise is what I do, but I knock if you buck too.
Girl, I got a shirt. I'm not kidding you. I have a shirt that says that I wore the other day. It's on my Instagram. It literally says somewhere between Nuck if you buck and praise is what I do because I may throw a little elbow. But I'm gonna lift my hand.
Yes. You know, and so that's how I try to tell people. And I remember one day, girl, I was driving and I was just rapping Meg Thee Stallion. Yes, I like Meg Thee Stallion.
Yep.
You know, and I just was like, Lord, are you gonna leave me with some ratchet? You know, when you fully change my life, are you gonna leave me with some ratchet? You got to leave me with a little bit.
Just a sprinkle. We are closest. Literally, people know I am that person. Like on Sundays, church is who I am.
Yes.
But after that, I may turn on some Lil Boosie.
Yes.
You know, I may twerk a little bit.
Exactly.
Not may, I am.
Exactly.
I mean, Jesus gave me, my little booty to twerk with.
Right. Ain't that why you gave it to me? Yes, listen.
I'm a work in progress.
Exactly, y'all. Ronnesha Sade is a work in progress.
A work in progress.
We're in this thing together.
Yes. First of all, I love having candid people on my show. So you are always welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. Tell us again where we can find you on Instagram and Facebook, just for anyone who was not listening the first time.
Okay. No problem. On Facebook, it's the Purpose Planner Journal. And on Instagram, my life blog is Ronnesha, RONNESHA _ Sade, SADE, or the _purpose planner.
Awesome. And again, I will have that tagged in the show notes. We have had just a fun time today.
Yes,
I could just keep talking.
No, me too.
Did I already ask you your top 3 things you want to leave us with today?
No, you didn't.
Okay, let's close out with what are your top 3? It can be about your Purpose Planner Journal, just about life in general, anything on your heart. What do you feel in your heart now to leave the listeners with for this episode? The friends, rather.
Yes, my sisters.
Right.
Be confident in who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Be true to who you are. And always push your purpose and chase your destiny.
I love it. Be confident in who you are. Be true to who you are. And always push yourself to
push your purpose.
Push your purpose.
And chase your destiny.
Chase your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last thing. So I give my friends homework each week. Because I believe we only get better by doing.
Right.
What is one thing that you would say is the homework this week?
Do not sit on your gift. Write everything down.
Mm-hmm.
Write all of the steps down that it takes to get there, and go ahead and start.
Period.
Go ahead. Period.
Start.
Yes.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you for having me. I'm
always welcome. Always welcome. Listen, guys, you can check the show notes for all of the social media tags to get you a Purpose Planner Journal, to follow Ronnesha Sade, to learn more about who she is, to connect with her. And if you have questions, shoot her a DM. She's an open book, just like me, as y'all can tell.
Please.
I hope that you guys have learned something new today, or that this was just confirmation. Sometimes we just need confirmation to do it or to get started, or just a reminder that you are not alone. Y'all know I created this podcast to share, my journey in adulting and hopefully inspire you to just work hard at it and have the faith. So stay true to you. Trust God. Knuck up your buck and praise Jesus. This week. It's okay. We are there with you. Look, y'all, I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. Keep evolving and keep growing. Talk soon.
Wow, Sina.
Another day, another dollar. I'm saving just to be broke. They said college was serious, but